So what you're watching here is a culmination of a 3-year collaborative experiment between myself and Lance Kane. The product is New York Verité.
Tim and I just tried to figure out a way to kind of mesh the two mediums together, try to bring theater and filmmaking together as one. Here we're kind of breaking that fourth wall. We're kind of bringing the audience onto the stage.
We're bringing the television audience into the visceral, live experience of theater with New York City as our palette.
I mean, obviously when people watch this, they're not watching it live, but our job is to make it as live as possible.
New York Verité is trying to recreate for people who do not have the opportunity to come and see theater in New York City.
Over the course of the last 3 years, we shot 3 pilots through which we learned what the process of Verité is.
The first one being very noir and simple and straightforward and very static. The second one being outrageous in a way, but very open, you know, and dynamic.
And the whole process was all about honing it. It was all about just kind of finding what we were looking for, from pilot 1 to pilot 2 to, you know, now this pilot 3.
This is better than just real life now. This is all part of the movie. Me and you and everything that happens. It's just like you said.
You know, I almost remember in So This Is Love, where we began and the director had us interact with the audience, remember, as if we were really at a bar. And I remember almost getting a woman's phone number. I'm not kidding. Just one of those things, I guess.
I guess?
Met at the wrong time or something?
Something. Maybe.
Okay, ladies, I need all you single gals on the dance floor.
I have
Anyone
to throw
looking
my
to go
bouquet.
I think Verité really straddles the ground between theater and film and television in a way that can create a working community that's important in New York, because there's so many talented people that want to put their energy into something like this, and there just aren't outlets for it.
Sit back down, Johnny, or I'll drain this right here.
The Verité experience, it was so much better because you don't feel bogged down. Like, you know, you don't feel like you're lying to anyone. It's like when you watch it, you see cameras filming cameras and you're just admitting what we're all doing, yet they're still watching a story.
Auto-documentary. Like autobiography, Days of My Life.
Oh.
Because everything I do is fucking cinematic.
I found it incredibly freeing giving that line, because it was just like, you own up to the truth of what is actually happening outside of the play as well as inside of the play.
And when it actually came down to it,
you know, you've got this single little camcorder in the context of the scene, but then 3 cameras and a boom mic and 75 people in a room.
I record these moments, or these moments in my life, and the camera records them.
As an actor, you have a lot of freedom, because you know whatever you do is going to get picked up with all the cameras around. Hey, Dookie, could I ask you something honestly?
You can count on me, Porky.
You're here to kill me, aren't you? You don't have to really make a conscious choice to face an audience or make sure that they can see an important point, because if this person's going to miss it behind me, you know, the person's over there or the camera over here is going to catch it.
There was a moment where I was like by the pool table and the camera still followed me like my little friendly shadow, but you're on pretty much the whole time.
There was nowhere to hide, and you did have to give in to a bit of improvisation, something that wouldn't normally be noticed or scripted in, say, a theatrical production.
Hello? Ma, I'll get some when I come home, all right? Phone rings 3, 4 times, I pick it up and it's my mom and everybody laughs. And then you take out your silencer and you're screwing the silencer in because you might have to shoot me. There was a great shot of an audience member, and you could see the tension on his face.
The home audience have a context for knowing what that audience member is feeling, and in fact maybe feeling hopefully the same thing. And that's what makes it visceral and real and live.
You can't write that. I mean, that's what's great about Verité. A large part of the experience is capturing something that you're not going to see on paper at all.
I turned and looked out over the water, out to nothing. And she squeezed my hand. So scared. Crushing my fingers. And as it pulled us under and out,
It's almost like a dare. We're challenging the audience.
I just let go.
We're not talking down to the audience. It's asking them to come along. We've got the audience reaction. We've got the cameras. We've got the performances. We've got all of this. Now the television viewer, I guess, becomes the last part of that puzzle. And how does that come into it? Everyone says, you know, any piece of art, once it's out of your hand, it's no longer yours. Once you're done with it, once you've performed it, once you've put it on canvas, what have you, it's no longer yours. It's the audience's. It's whatever they take from it.